Item number SCP-3254. Index Grail's Mama Bear. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3254 is to be contained at Zoological Containment Site 282 in a large containment enclosure that adequately emulates the Pacific Northwest. Food is to be placed in the enclosure twice a day. Along with dietary needs, recycled electronics are to be left throughout the enclosure. Twice a year, 2 through 4 stuffed bear plush toys are to be placed in the enclosure in locations where SCP-3254 will discover them. SCP-3254-1 instances that show signs of extensive wear are to be removed from the enclosure and humanely euthanized. If the SCP-3254-1 population is determined to be too large, the oldest instances are to be removed and euthanized as well. When an instance is removed from the enclosure, staff are to create a track of paw prints that leads to one of the entrances. Image: SCP-3254 with 2 juvenile instances of SCP-3254-1. Description: SCP-3254 is a female brown bear with extensive cybernetic enhancements. It is functionally immortal, with rapid cellular regeneration. However, despite this regeneration, there is significant scar tissue within its reproductive organs that has rendered it unable to reproduce. Cybernetics have replaced its nervous system, as well as significant portions of the bone structure within its paws. SCP-3254 also has sharpened metallic claws composed of an unidentified alloy. A metal plate is installed on the top of its skull that allows access to the central processing units for the cybernetics. A message was originally etched into the plate, but time and wear has significantly affected its readability. Sir, is someone to make up for it, and I could make the mom. Pro of grass for cybernetically enhanced bear. SCP-3254 is docile and acts extremely friendly towards humans. It does not display human levels of intelligence. However, it shows an extensive understanding of computers and the ability to create complex devices, similar to its own cybernetic implants. SCP-3254 has shown an extreme fondness for bear-shaped plush toys and uses them to create SCP-3254-1 instances. SCP-3254-1 are physical copies of SCP-3254 that it creates using plush bear toys as a basic structure. When it encounters a plush, it will take it to its den to caress or clean the toy. After it finds the toy in a satisfactory condition, it will begin a process to animate the toy with its own flesh and biological material. SCP-3254-1 instances are incapable of biological regeneration when within a 10-meter radius of SCP-3254. This regeneration is used to allow the instances to grow to full size. This process can take several weeks to several months, depending on the number of SCP-3254-1 instances it creates. The process generally follows these steps. SCP-3254 will create duplicates of its own cybernetics, constructed from materials it gathers, and installs it within the toy. SCP-3254 will surgically remove its tail and a portion of its lower spine using its claws, and allow the cybernetics to integrate with it. SCP-3254 will wait several days to allow its own spine to regenerate and allow the instance's spine to grow. SCP-3254 will cut large chunks of its flesh from its belly and attach it to various parts of the toy. SCP-3254 will wait several days to allow its own flesh to regrow and allow the instance to integrate its own new flesh. Lastly, SCP-3254 will open the plate in its skull and connect its primary cybernetics to the new instance. After this, the instance will become animate and fully conscious. It is unknown if SCP-3254 is capable of feeling pain, or whether it puts the creation of SCP-3254-1 instances over its own state of being. SCP-3254 will act in a maternal manner towards the new instances and will guide them to teach them until they have fully grown. SCP-3254 will also make frequent trips to visit its fully grown offspring, often bringing its new instances with it. SCP-3254 becomes extremely distressed if it does not have a juvenile instance of SCP-3254-1 to raise. When in this manner, it will often attempt to create new instances without the toy acting as a foundation. Foundation staff have made an effort to mask their removal of SCP-3254-1 instances, as SCP-3254 demonstrates extreme amounts of distress when it is unable to find one of its offspring. It remains in this panicked state until staff create false sets of paw prints leading out of the enclosure. Addendum 3254-1. Every year, on January 17th, a call sourcing from SCP-3254 attempts to access an external number. The number is no longer active, but was originally assigned to a woman named Catherine Grail, who was reported missing several months after SCP-3254 was initially contained. The number has since been obtained by the Foundation. When SCP-3254 connects to the number, it plays a MIDI version of Happy Birthday.